March Madness rolls on here on the Bad Parents Podcast. It is, of course, the Bad Parents Athletic Association Ultimate Mom Bracket this week. Last week, we said the Ultimate Dad Bracket. We asked you to email in badparents@curiouscast.ca. Wow, you are all opinionated on who the dad should be between Clark Griswold and Vito Corleone.
And?
Shauna's was Clark. Ryan's was Vito. And thank you to everybody who emailed in. Clark Griswold, the ultimate dad.
Yes.
I think the ultimate dad should always die in the movie or television show. Just that's the way dads go.
Oh, my God. They could do another one. They could do another vacation and have him die.
Yeah.
Sure, absolutely. You could do that, for sure.
He was a fun dad, though, I will say, your guy, Clark Griswold.
Because you know what was great about him is he was everybody's dad. Our dads tried really hard, but almost always screwed up.
You could also say that maybe life doesn't always imitate art because from what I hear, my ear to the ground, not the nicest guy in real life.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
I don't believe that.
Well, I've heard some podcasts.
Oh, really? Really?
that have taken him to task. So
now we're doing mamas?
We're doing the moms.
Mamacita.
Here we go, right? The Bad Parents Athletic Association Ultimate Mom Bracket. Rye, again, will be the left side. Shauna, again, will be the right side. And we'll go through them. They're all numbered. They're all seeded. Some controversial names and seeds on this list. Way more controversial than last time.
I already love the lowest seed on the
I put a landmine on Ryan's side.
I think I can tell you right now, but I've only seen the first bracket from my angle. I think the winner is in the first bracket, Johnny.
Already you see that.
Yeah, because she did something very special for her son.
God.
Okay, so let's get right to it then. If you have seen the movie, Forrest Gump, we're all familiar with Mrs. Gump. Forrest Gump's mom and the things that she would do in order to get her son some good schooling.
So in case you forget, Forrest wanted to get in a particular school, and I guess he couldn't get in for whatever the reason. Maybe because he had the bad legs. And so Mrs. Gump invited the principal?
It was the principal.
Over to her house.
In the evening.
To guarantee that Forrest got into the school.
All while Forrest was sitting on the deck.
Oh, a little coffee and pie.
Yes. So Forrest is sitting on the porch, and he hears a little something in the back, and then the principal comes out, and he says something along the lines as he's pulling up his trousers. Oh, your mama sure love your schooling, boy.
And then, if you can believe it, got into the school.
Yeah, Forrest got in the school.
So, coming in number 16, Mrs. Gump would do anything for her son scholastically.
Yeah.
Versus the number 1 seed, Marge Simpson.
I love you, Marge, but you weren't banging Ned Flanders. So I'm going to have to go with Mrs. Gump. Sally Field. Mama Gump. Oh, your mama sure love your schooling, son.
That's a crazy.
If you go, not alienate, but isolate that scene. And I think a lot of us have had sexual intercourse in our life. The sound this man makes while enjoying his time is a sound you don't hear a lot of animals in the wild make. And, if you got him, smoke him.
Maybe she's that good.
Maybe. Let's go over to the other side of the bracket. Let's get Shauna's opinion here.
Okay.
I want to make sure the camera can pick this up for everybody. Mike, are we okay there on this side right now? I'll go back and forth.
Okay.
I'll go back and forth. All right.
So.
Jeez Louise. Number 2, Carol Brady. We all know Carol Brady, right? The Brady Bunch. Taking on number 15, Morticia Addams. Maybe a interesting choice, but she is the number 15 seed. So I ask you, Shauna, what do you think here? Carol Brady, Morticia Addams.
I'm leaning towards Carol Brady because it was like a blended family before its time, right? When she had to be a stepmom and she also had to deal with all that issue.
But don't forget, in the Addams family, also a blended family. Like one was a vampire, one would be a Frankenstein, one was like a thing, right?
I didn't really watch.
Both had help.
Yeah.
Carol had Ann B. Davis.
Alice.
Oh, right.
Morticia Addams had Lurch, I believe.
I'm not as familiar with that program.
I don't want to get the Addams family and the other one.
Yes.
Yeah, is this Angelica Houston?
It's Morticia Addams.
Yeah.
Is the mom.
Well, I know, but I'm just trying to picture. There's two.
Stop asking questions.
Creepy moms in the black dresses.
That's why you should just go with Carol Brady.
I'm going Carol Brady.
Plus, I know you're not familiar with the adult material online, and neither am I, but Johnny's once told me there's a common thread and theme. It's stepmom, stepson material. Your daddy doesn't look like that down there.
Oh.
The rumor was Carol Brady and the character, the guy.
Greg.
Oh, right.
Right.
Oh, I'm definitely picking her then.
So she was OG in so many ways.
And just so you know, I did not relay that information to Ryan Parker. Okay, for anybody who's listening, I did not relay any stepmother, stepson online.
What's Dad gonna think?
Okay,
Don't
stop.
worry, he's away in Buffalo on business.
Here we go.
I think I've seen that one.
Stifler's mom is coming in at number 9 versus June Cleaver.
So my original instincts are Stifler's mom's the original MILF, I believe, right?
Yes.
But then I said, I think June Cleaver was probably the original MILF.
Pearl necklace.
Pearl necklace, right? Doing her thing, vacuuming with a pearl necklace and a pencil skirt on.
Okay. What about the mothering here? Like, so far we've done Mrs. Gump doing the sexy stuff. We got the Carol Brady and the stepson. Like, how about we just talk about, like, does the mothering isn't just about sex, Ryan?
I will say.
Right, Shauna?
Right.
As a mother?
As a mother,
Thank
I'm
you.
offended.
Can we start?
Fine. You want me to talk about the beaver?
Here we go.
Talk about the beaver and his development.
His development and Wally, and she had to negotiate all that. And I know she was a stay-at-home mom, but everything was done. And guess what? Mr. Cleaver, he loved golfing.
Ward?
He loved golfing on the weekend.
He loved golf more than beaver.
Yes, he did like golf more than beaver. And so guess what? Guess what?
Did that affect the beaver later in life?
I think so.
She had to deal with the kids, all that. She never got a break. He got a break. He came
He was
home
always
with the newspaper.
messy.
Always.
A messy beaver.
Beaver wasn't
Unkept.
messy.
Yeah.
Wow. It was a good beaver. Beaver
I'm-
was good.
I'm going to go with June Cleaver.
Wow.
Great
wow.
mothering skills.
See, he's going with the mothering. He would have otherwise picked Stifler.
All right. Let's go over to you.
All right.
Shauna, coming in number 10, Joyce Byers.
Help the girl out.
The mother from Stranger Things, Will Byers' mom.
Okay.
From the 80s, who went into the Upside Down to rescue her son.
Was it what's her name?
Very dedicated.
Is the
Winona.
one Winona Ryder. Yeah. Or number 7, Peg Bundy.
Oh.
Well, if we're going with mothering, it's a clear winner.
Why?
Because I just don't think. Do you think Peg Bundy was a phenomenal mom type?
I think she always had food on the table, did what she needed to do in order to provide for her children, including Buck. Everybody forgets about Buck, the dog.
I know, but no, you know what? I have to say, Joyce Byers, the way she was relentless in finding her son,
Okay.
I might have been a little like, she just gave it her all.
But here's the thing, and I don't disagree with your choice, but she did allow her son at a very young age to ride his bike over to play Dungeons and Dragons at his best friend's house at night.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's
just saying it was the 80s, right? White vans. They were out there. Rye.
Yes.
Wow, here we go. A little 80s action. One was playing 80. The other one was from the 80s. Sophia Petrillo,
Oh.
okay, the matriarch of the Golden Girls.
She's angry old woman.
Sophia from Sicily, I believe. Or Elise Keaton. Elise Keaton from Family Ties.
I love the Golden Girls. Actually, a very sneaky, funny show. Very funny show.
It was one of my favorites when I was a little kid.
Great show. And then you obviously realize later on, especially with the internet, you realize how they weren't that old.
No, I know.
They were some of them were late 40s
I think
and
I'm
early
Blanche's
50s.
age now.
Right. And and Sophia, I think, was like a tough love. Like I think deep down she really loved B. Arthur and loved her as a daughter, but played tough.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you something. Elise Keaton, as a father of 3, not many people have 3 children. She had 3.
There are a lot of people.
Had to name them.
Okay.
And she was a working mom, correct?
She went back to work.
Right.
And remember how Guy fell in love with her? That was the cutest episode ever.
Right.
Her coworker.
Yeah, that's right.
And she was so naive and didn't know that he was kind of. Everyone loved her.
Yes. So I'm going to go with Elise Keaton.
Who also loves Beaver now.
That's right.
Surprise ending.
She
Twist.
would pick June Cleaver for sure.
Sure would.
Wow. All right. Okay, back over to...
I love the word now, by the way.
Shauna.
Yes.
Sarah Connor.
From a Terminator?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
You must
Okay.
have her arms.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
Versus Florida Evans. Good Times Mom.
Oh, right.
Oh.
Good Times Mom. You want to talk about a tough, loving mom?
Yes.
Florida Evans. I think is overseeded. I think she should be lower. I'm not, again, as the host, not trying to sway. Florida Evans had to put up with a lot of shit. Okay? A lot of shit.
I love arm muscles in older women, and I'm going with Sarah.
Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
You, okay.
Want me to show mine now?
Sure.
She could be an inspiration for you.
Yeah.
Because didn't she wasn't jacked in the first one, right?
No.
And she came back jacked.
Yeah. I'm probably wearing a Sarah tank top under here, but I'll just keep them
Okay.
contained.
Right, the last one of the first round, Claire Huxtable.
Wow.
Claire Huxtable.
What did you say?
Claire Huxtable. She was from a television show. She was a
What
lawyer.
show was she on?
Right, it's your section. She was on the...
You've got to know.
Oh, yeah, you're doing an impersonation.
Theo. Eat the pudding pop.
So Claire Huxtable from the Cosby Show. Because I feel like an amazing mom should be held back because of the wrongdoings of the father. I don't think so. Do you think so? Rudy needs a gig too. It's not her fault.
Rudy Huckleberry. Didn't they call her that?
I don't know. So we got Claire Huxtable or Bambi's mom.
Bambi's mom. What happened to Bambi's mom?
Hunter took her out halfway through the show.
Seriously?
Not even halfway.
Sacrificed herself for her child, which is like, I think, the ultimate. The ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
You always talk about like Mama Bear.
Yeah,
We talk about Mama Deers.
I'm going to see if I can name all the Cosby kids. Okay. Sandra?
Sandra.
Denise?
Yes.
Theo?
Yes.
Rudy?
And Vanessa.
Everyone forgets Vanessa.
I liked Vanessa.
Yeah, you probably like Theodore too. Alvin, Simon, and Theodore.
Wasn't there one that came in?
Alvin was Sandra's husband.
Wasn't there one that came in at the end?
That's right.
Who was the cute one at the end?
Oh yeah, Keaton,
Raven Simone or something.
Yeah. What was her name?
Not sure.
What kind of sweater did you want?
What do you mean? Busy sweater?
What kind of sweater? Remember Theo wanted this one sweater? Gordon Gartrell.
He wanted a Gordon Gartrell.
That's it. He wanted the Gordon Gartrell.
He wanted the Gordon Gartrell. He couldn't afford it.
I think the little one was Olivia.
I think you're wrong.
No, the little girl was Olivia.
Roz, you got your phone on you? Yep. Thanks. Claire Huxtable, Bambi's mom. Who moves on?
Listen, I know the situation with the Cosby Show.
Bambi's mom.
And so I can't separate, even though it wasn't her fault. I got to go with Bambi's mom.
Olivia? Oh, it was Olivia.
Olivia.
Great job.
And I'm not familiar with the story of Bambi, but Bambi got murdered by a hunter.
Yes.
Saved Bambi? In my mind, she jumped in front of the bullet. So I'm going to go Bambi's mom.
Nice.
Good choice.
Bambi moves
I like
on.
that. Oh, what's my...
Last one for you. Caroline Ingalls.
Oh,
From a Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Versus Betty Rubble.
Ooh.
The easy choice would have been Wilma. I did a little curveball.
Holy, this is not easy.
Can I just say, I thought Wilma, and I'm not even joking, was very rude to Fred.
Yeah.
I don't think she was a very supportive, nice wife.
It's not a wife. This isn't the wife
Betty
section.
was the better wife, but who was the better mom? But
Thank
this is
you.
not between Betty and Wilma.
I was adding some flavor.
I know.
Betty and...
Fred! That's all you heard. Fred! You know what? You, Wilma.
The guy just wanted to go bowling.
I don't really, I'm alone.
But who I'd rather be, like Pa Ingalls?
Yeah.
Yeah, coming back after chopping wood all day.
You want yourself a little sweaty Michael Landon.
I think for sure, like one of the first men I thought was
sure
something.
What was the show that he did when he was doing Acts for God?
Oh, Angels, Kiss of an Angel.
Not Kiss of an
Uncles.
Roz, Michael Landon God show.
Yeah, Heaven.
Heaven Can Wait.
Nah, Heaven's Touch.
I was gonna say Seventh Heaven. That's a bad dude.
That's not it too.
Oh yeah,
that guy's a bad dude for real.
Jeez.
No jokes about that. But it was something Heaven, wasn't it?
Heaven.
Yeah.
No, you said Seventh Heaven. I'm just stalling while Roz looks it up. Michael Landon show about
you can still
God.
you can pick in between.
I picked Michael Landon. Oh wait,
Michael Landon's wife.
Yeah, wife. Yeah.
Highway to Heaven.
Thank you.
Highway to Heaven. Yeah, I do like Betty. But
Sure.
I think that, Ma Ingalls was mothering from a very happy place.
Do you agree, though, that Betty was nicer to Fred than Wilma was?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely the better
Absolutely.
couple.
Yeah. I agree.
That's all you heard.
Mrs. Gump, June Cleaver, right? Mrs. Gump, June Cleaver.
God, if only Beaver couldn't get into a certain school, and Mrs. Cleaver had to do the same thing as Mrs. Gump. Listen, I got to tell you, as much as I love that scene in Forrest Gump, and your mama sure love your schooling, boy, I got to tell you, that
Leave
was
it
one.
in Beaver.
Yeah. That's it. Let's go June Cleaver.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's the OG, man.
She's the OG. Carol Brady, Joyce Byers. Like, Carol really didn't do anything except just give lessons.
Byers. I actually have a soft spot for her. Yep.
Who?
Byers. I don't like the show, and I don't like Winona Ryder, but that character was excellent at mothering.
No one believed her. She was going out of her mind, really stuck to her guns for her kids.
Yep.
You're not wrong.
Excellent mom.
And I know Carol had 6 kids, but you did have help.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, but you also got 3 kids into your family, and what were they? They started at 5. You didn't have to go through the baby part.
Yeah, they were.
Relax.
Oh, that's true.
I think they were even older than that.
Sure. Yeah. What did Greg come in at?
Yeah.
I forgot Byers was a single mom.
Yes.
Right.
Elise Keaton, Bambi's mom.
Oh, man. That was another kind of highway to heaven, or what it's called with Bambi.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Bambi was shot. I thought maybe hit by a car.
No.
I'm going to have to go with, you know what? It's going to be a heavyweight title. I'm going to have to go Elise.
Oh, my goodness.
Awesome swinging door, too, in the house.
Yeah.
Love that one. And she had to deal with a lot, right? Isn't Tom Hanks a bit of a dick?
She had 3 kids. You said very few people have 3 kids.
And then you had, like myself, 3 very different children, right? Yeah, Michael J. Fox was like the keener.
Did they get 4? They had 4. They had that Andrew. Don't forget, they always bring in a little one at the end, but they had 4 kids. Little Andrew.
Yeah.
So last one for you, Sarah Connors or Caroline Ingalls? Two totally different personalities as far as moms go. Probably had different styles.
I can't imagine mothering in an era where you didn't have any screens. I'm going with Ingalls.
Ingalls.
Yeah, she had to come up with activities.
Yeah, go look at a bush, kid, or go play in the well.
All right, here we go. This is going to decide the champion coming out of Ryan's side, and it's 1 Elise Keaton, 1 June Cleaver.
Tough one for me because, being a kid in the 80s, I'm leaning towards Elise. But I got to think the OG mom has got to be June.
Hold on. Let's just do this, okay? Both of these shows you would have seen in the 80s.
Yes.
You were in elementary school in the 80s.
Yes.
You weren't feeling well.
Yes.
You came home. The Price is Right was over. It was going to one of these 2 shows. It was either going to Family Ties or Leave It to Beaver. You can hear the themes in your head now as I'm talking. Which show did you anticipate more while being sick after having your grilled cheese and tomato sandwich?
Right.
What show is giving you the feels here? And what mom do you want to see go on as champion?
What mom do you want coming out of the kitchen with that grilled cheese sandwich when you're not well?
Great question. My real mom or a stepmom? Because that factors into how I feel.
Wow.
Just kidding. I'm going to tell you something, and I said it, I believe, on this podcast not long ago. What does it say about me knowing the woman who was the makeup / hairstylist for a program? Florence Bush. Look that up, Roz. That's who was doing hair and makeup for Leave It to Beaver. Therefore, it must have left a bigger impression on me, and it is June Cleaver.
It's a surprise.
Love her.
There it is. June Cleaver is Ryan's ultimate mom in the Ultimate Moms bracket. We go to Joyce Byers, surprising, even though at a 10 seed, making it to the Final 4, versus Caroline Ingalls.
Oh, this is really hard, Johnny.
It must be for you, and we all have to make tough decisions in life. As a parent, we have to do things we don't want to do.
Again, the isolation factor of living in the middle of nowhere. But she's got Pa coming back. That's great.
Don't forget, at one point, Joyce Byers' love interest was held in a Russian encampment.
Oh,
where
right.
the Demigorgons were, and he fought them off for love.
Yeah.
But I'll say this, though, Shauna. I'm not trying to skew you in any way. Yes. Was her son kidnapped behind a wall for a while? Pretty bad, right? Yes. Was her love interest in a Russian prison?
Yeah.
Yes. But as you mentioned with the Ingalls family, think of your entire life with no television, no movies, no music. Cooking, cleaning, everything.
There's no nuggies.
Nothing.
She's making stuff from scratch every day.
Like she had a butter churner.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, what are you doing today? churning butter. Yep. What else? No. Just the butter churner. Her best friend was maybe an ox.
Yep. Think about that. That's all I'm
God. You know what?
No. What is she about to say right now?
I'm going for Laura Ingalls.
Well, Laura's the daughter.
Laura's mom. I see she doesn't even have a name. What is her name?
Caroline. I said a million times.
That's it. Forgettable. That's exactly it, because no one cares. She's just the churner.
Right. Because no one cared about women and mothers back then.
No.
Too old.
Like, imagine how he treated her after a day of plowing fields.
Sally Fields? Oh, your mama sure love your schooling, boy.
2 old school moms.
Yeah.
Old school? What's that say about us?
June Cleaver.
We respect.
Caroline Ingalls. Both, I would say, very high values. Very high morals.
Yes.
Great mothers. The backbones of the family. You had lots of different choices
Modern.
Here. When we started with Mrs. Gump and Stifler's mom, I said, Rye, stop it with the sex stuff. Yeah. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it about moms here. And in the end, at the end of the day, we get down to 2 of maybe the greatest mothers of all time. Now it's up to you. I was going to give out my phone number. I don't know why, but I don't want you calling me. Email us. Badparents@curiouscast.ca. Let us know who would you like to see as the Bad Parents Athletic Association Ultimate Mom Bracket. June Cleaver, Caroline Ingalls. Let us know. Appreciate it. Hopefully everybody here had fun. Roz, thanks for the research. Mike, thanks for the technical production. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.